Coach, this was one of the more lopsided losses and defeats you faced this season so far. Was it the players' response to what they were instructed? Was it the game plan? What went wrong in this one?
Yeah, and I think after their goal, after the penalty, it wasn't good at all in any way. Yeah, so after that, it wasn't good at all. Nothing was working. Basically, we lost. Lost organization, structure. It was a little bit deliberate also to try to open up the game. When we were the 2 goals down, so we wanted to make something happen, but it went from bad to worse. So after the penalty and the 1-1, we actually had a decent period when it was 1-1 in the second half, 10 minutes there when we were in good control of the game and got a little bit of energy. But after they scored their second goal, it was not good at all.
This was another match that one of the biggest differences were touches in the penalty area. So Seattle had, I think, 4 times as many as you in the penalty area, less than 10 total touches in the opposition box. What is your team not doing well when it comes to progressing the ball and actually getting those touches in and around the opposition goal?
Yeah, I think again, they had way too many chances. They didn't have that much. Before their penalty. So again, up until that moment, I thought we did fairly well. Obviously, we wanted to create more chances, but I think we were the better team. I think for the first 30-35 minutes, and again after that, they are much better than us in every way. So I think analyzing it afterwards, we will see that not much was working, and they completely dominated the game after that.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Coach, last year, and I know it predates your hiring, but there were questions about the mentality of this team and how they would respond when things weren't going their way. Do you see any issues with the mentality this team has at this point?
Well, I think we fell through today. We lost it especially, but it was a little bit similar to the last 10-15 minutes against Kansas away. When we lose our organization and when we start to make decisions for ourselves, we don't look good. I think we have looked at our best this season when we work extremely hard as a team. We're well organized and concede as little as possible and be dangerous in transition. I don't know. I wouldn't say that overall, but today, in every way, it wasn't good enough. Especially in the second half.
Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't want to harp on it too much, but just kind of following up with the Thomas Loschak injury, it seemed like after that point that the spacing didn't quite get back to where it was pre having to make that change. Was that something that you noticed as well, or was that something that was worked on over the second half?
No, yeah, for sure. I thought Thomas did well. You can see that he solves a lot of situations in our build up. That's one of his biggest strengths, and I thought he did that really well, and we were able to get some good attacks in from there. I think we lost a little bit of that. In our build-up, especially when he had to come off.
Charlie, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Maybe a little bit of a hunch that Tomas Ostro couldn't go a full 90 tonight after he said he was tired after the first half. Of course, he goes down with the apparent lower leg injury today. What was the plan to implement a player into that 6th spot, into that maybe offensive or defensive midfield because you kept Akil Watson for the full 90. What was your mentality going in, knowing that Tomas maybe couldn't go a full 90, and who do you think did you stick to that plan in replacing him with a different player?
Yeah, I think again, I thought he looked good, and we looked good at that moment. That we had a spell there of 10 minutes, which was pretty good before he had to come off. So obviously we were hoping for him to stay on for longer, and I don't think Edu. You know, we threw him in quite early anyway. We were not expecting him to get many minutes, so it was we felt it was too early for him. He, he's been out from football for a long time and has only been training for a week. So, and apart from that, we at the moment we don't have any other central midfielders. So and Akil is comfortable playing there. So we felt that was a good option, and also get some energy on the pitch. With Mackay.
Yeah, and you get the debut of Zander Silva, the transfer from Atlanta United. How do you think he played today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were not good at all, in that period, and we struggled in almost every aspect. So it wasn't easy for him, but I thought he had some really good moments when he showed his technique and speed.
Matt, go ahead.
Coach, do you have any updates on Tomas Ostro? How's he doing post game?
No, I just spoke to him immediately when he came off, and it didn't sound too bad. Hoping that he was more tired than strained, but I don't know yet. But he didn't feel too bad immediately when he came off.
You talk about how the team just didn't look good in general, especially in the second half. What were you seeing and what you wanted them to do in the build-up? As the game progressed, especially as the subs started to come on, what was the game plan and how you wanted them to implement the build-up?
Yeah, again, I thought it was pretty good in the first half, the first 35 minutes, and we also had a good period of 10 minutes. We already spoke about it, and I think you can see yourself that Tomas gives us something in possession, in build up. He's a good player in that way, and there were not changes that were planned at the moment. We didn't change too much formation wise. It was only a change of personnel basically, because we looked okay in the moment. We had a 1-1 result, and we had a period there of 5-10 minutes when we looked not great, but pretty good. So we didn't want to change too much around.
Does this speak to the overall importance of the central midfield position? If things kind of fell apart after Ostrak went out of the game and you were lacking the depth due to various factors, does that speak to how crucial that position is, and when you don't have the players there of the quality you're wanting, how things kind of fall apart?
I mean, we are a little bit. We have been a little bit unfortunate with the injuries and the absences. Now we have had Alfie suspended. Edu was away for a long time, and we had the Chris injury. So all of them in the same position, and also in the fullback position. We've been unlucky as well with Tots and Jay there, and also a position we don't. Have as many players, whilst we have quite a lot of options at the moment up front and at the back. So a little bit unfortunate in that balance, and again, a little bit unlucky to have all those absences in sort of the same positions.
We'll go ahead and wrap things up with Jeremy.
Coach, Union Omaha coming up middle of next week. After a loss like this one, how difficult is it to feel like you can get the team going in the right direction again, heading into what will be a pretty important game for this club?
Yeah, you know, for me it's not a problem. I'll be disappointed for a while now, but you know, almost immediately start to work on the next one, and you know, really look forward to that one, to be able to bounce back as quickly as possible. That's the good thing, you know, after a really disappointing game, to have a game on Wednesday again, and to be able to bounce back, and you know, that's definitely our goal, you know, from me and from the players as well, to show ourselves on our best.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.